Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Knitting Diaries, where you see a behind the scenes look at whatever I'm doing in the studio. And today we are going to start another project, another pattern. I'm like all this thinking of this chunky striped jumper with a hood. So basically like a knitted hoodie basically. So I really want to do something like that, especially for my chunky machine knitters. I've only got like one pattern for the chunky machine up on the website, so that is not enough for them. So I'm gonna use the majority of this time, so my chunky knitter is gonna have some stuff to knit and enjoy and have fun and learn on the machine as they go along. And it's gonna be a striped. Oh, I forgot. I'm wearing one of our first sample knitted tops. I wasn't really a fan of the neck. Like you can tell this like one of our first. I was not a fan of how big the neck was. So like obviously it looks fine with what I'm wearing underneath because it's like black and it kind of goes with it, but like imagine if I wasn't wearing anything, like how big that neck. I mean, there might be some people out there who do like this whole triangle neckline, but me, I really didn't like it. I thought it could grow on me, but I wasn't, and I don't think I'm still a fan. But tell me down in the comments if you're a fan of this neck and if I should maybe give it a try or write a pattern for it. You tell me down in the comments if this design of neck, so it's the same shape, everything as our Take It Easy pattern, but it's just the neckline is completely different. It's just really big and huge. I mean, it's like a V, but if I was going to do a V, I would rather do a V, like an actual proper V-neck jumper. I wouldn't do it from like here and there to the neck. I'll do it more down where my chest is. But you tell me down in the comments if you don't mind this neck shape, this pattern, and you would actually like to learn how this has been done. So you let me know. But back to what we're going to be doing today is chunky knitted jumper with a hood. So chunky hoodie. And these are the two colors I will be using today. So just this like nice soft kind of pink, more in the purpley like color wheel, but it's definitely still pink. And then this nice bright orange, obviously using our favorite Cascade yarn 220 superwash Aran. So this I'll be using on the chunky machine, so I can't use it as like this. It needs to be winded up, so we're gonna go jump to the winder and make them into cakes. If you don't know what that is, I'll show you what a cake is. We'll be back. Hi, we are back. I just had to take off the top because, as you could tell, it wasn't finished, and I can't really knit whilst wearing that. I just wanted to give it to you, like show you how it looked. I don't know. I just wanted an opening scene for the video, and I just put that on. So, but you got to see like how it all began, how a little sample starts, and then like there's so many times where you knit on the machine and it goes wrong, or it doesn't go to plan, or it doesn't go to like how you envisioned in your head. And even from our last knitting diaries, you could see the skirt we were designing. The first one, it didn't go to plan. It was completely wrong. I would say it was completely wrong. I mean, other people, I don't know, it could have probably looked really cool how it was, but I didn't want to risk it because that's not what we were going for. But you don't have to try again. Don't give up. Just continue. Don't be like, oh, I hate this, it's annoying. No, like there'll be times, it's trial, it's like trial and error. Like, don't give up on the trials and don't give up on your errors. Just fix those errors, and then you will see the outcome will be the outcome you've always wanted. So a little nugget from me, and I hope that was very encouraging. But now these are cakes. These are cakes when they're winded up from like a skein like this. No, this ain't skein. I think this is, I will write it. I will write it here what this shape of yarn is called. I don't remember on the top of my head right now, but I'm just gonna put or thread our yarn into our yarn feeder. Hopefully you should know how to do this. It should be shown in your manual. And if you bought a second-hand machine and unfortunately did not receive a manual, there's so many PDF downloads online for the machine for you to download the manuals. But okay. Where is my knitting book? And I'm going to use the same like pattern we used for our soft, I believe it's soft touch jumper. It's basically like the same. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. That one is more like a cropped, and I don't want it cropped. I think with like how I can envision it in my head is that with a hood you kind of want it to be like that kind of baggy, but like it sits on your waist, it sits more on your hip, sorry, kind of, not on top of your waist, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not just, I don't know, like it's not showing a bit of stomach, but it's literally like it's on the bottom of your waist, touching your hip. Like, that's the kind of length I'm thinking. I don't want it to be too short. I don't want it to look like almost like a baby tee or baby jumper kind of thing. I want it to look like a proper jumper with a hood. And like, cause I know certain silhouettes don't, like a crop jumper with a hood. It's not, and then long sleeves. Nah, it's not. The proportion of how that will look, I really hope you can envision how that can look in your head. It needs to be like on top of your hip, long sleeves, big hood. Yeah, if you got like a big hood, crop jumper, long sleeves, the proportion's not right. It's not nice. So even trying to style that is nope. So I'm just gonna adjust the length, and then I'm going to adjust the length, or I would like to adjust the length of the sleeve. I think that the soft touch jumpers, the sleeves is longer, so it kind of the camera cut, but I was talking about the sleeve and how the sleeve, it kind of like lands here. Like, I want this sleeve, this new jumper, to land like literally on our cuff. I don't want it to hang on the hand. I want it to like literally land on the cuff. So that I would then adjust it to be shorter. Just looking back at our old pattern, and obviously then we don't need the rib neckline because that would be the hood, and then we can use roughly the pattern we did for our all day wrap scarf hood, and kind of like adjust that. So I think just the beauty of knitting machine or a pattern on a knitting machine is how easy it is to adjust. I mean, I think it's the same with knitting needles. You can adjust the length you want. Like, you buy a pattern and you kind of read it, kind of see the measurement. Oh, do I want it short? Do I want it longer? Oh, my arm is longer than what the pattern tells, so I now need to adjust the sleeve to be longer so it reaches my cuff. But like, I don't know if it's easier or if it's harder, or it's probably roughly the same, but I feel like just the beauty of the knitting machine, I feel like it's so simple. When you get it, you get it. Like, you can easily read patterns and be like, yeah, I just need to knit 10 more rows, or yeah, I just need to take away 5 more rows, or I just need to cast on 2 more needles, or to make it bigger or smaller. Like, it's so much easier than like the having to now calculate, oh, I need to cast on this much needles on those knitting needles because of the size, where the machine is just needles on a knit on bed. Change your tension if you need to. The tension is basically the knitting needles. Just change your tension. Obviously always use swatches, especially if you're using a different type of yarn, especially if the yarn is thicker or the yarn is a bit thinner on your machine. Like, definitely do swatches depending. But again, the beauty is endless when you get the pattern, when you understand the pattern, when you understand your machine, when you understand the stitches. Like, the beauty is endless. Like, how one pattern can turn into so many. Like, a top can turn into a dress, or if you know how to do, like, make trousers, like a trouser can turn into a bodysuit. Like, it's literally so endless. It's literally, you think of a sewn pattern as a top and trousers, and you just put it together. It is so simple. When you get it, you get it. The pattern is like, just have your notebook there with you and just jot down everything. Like, it's when you have the basics, the world is your oyster, and your wardrobe will be looking, and you're making quality stuff what will last you forever, and you'll be able to make things for family and friends. And you have a a handmade wardrobe, literally a whole handmade wardrobe with different types of yarn, like t-shirt yarn, or thick yarn, or mohair, or cotton. Like, endless. And it's basic pieces you buy all the time. A t-shirt, trousers, top, a jumper, a scarf, a hat. Like, basic things you buy every season in fast fashion, you can now make for yourself and wear forever, because of the yarn that, especially if the yarn that you buy. I love, as most people who've been following me for ages, I love using merino yarn. It's so soft, and it absorbs your temperature. It absorbs, if you are a sweaty person, it absorbs the smell. Like, it's perfect. And I've had some of these yarns in my studio for years. I had, like, some I bought and have not used yet because I just didn't know what to do with it at the time. But still perfect, still quality. Color is still there. That vibrant color. Like, the orange. I probably had this for a couple good years now. Like, this has probably moved 2 studios with me, and the color is still so vibrant. And the yarn is still super soft. And even the yarn I even like have just hanging out. Like, they're not, obviously they're out, they're not in the packet they came in. Still vibrant, still soft. So yeah, quality yarn is very important when you want to like sustain a good garment for a lifetime, basically. Especially if you look after it well. But yarn like this, you can just wear again and again and again. Obviously, buy a yarn comb or one of those machines that kind of takes away the friction and the bubbles. But my piece, like, for everything I've made, and I can probably testify to people who bought my stuff in the past, they still own it, they still wear it, and it still looks as colourful and vibrant as the day they opened that box from their delivery. So again, I'm just talking. This seems like a talk diary today, but let's do it. Let's begin. Let's get started. And we don't want this video to be too long, but I'm gonna start with pink. I feel like for the stripe pattern, I feel like pink is nice. So like that. So just imagine if it was orange. Nah. I think pink. I think we start off pink. So I'm gonna cast on, and yeah, I'll let you watch me cast on. I blurred a lot today. Yeah, let's enjoy the music. Let's see. I stretch my head, but my cup just goes up. Hey, so I just wanted to pause the music and kind of explain what I'm doing right now. This is like a needle pusher, and because I want to do a 1x1 rib, I use this needle pusher. So I use the bigger side to push back every other needle. So literally just like this. You would push back every other needle, just like that, and then you will like just do your normal E-wrap cast on. So pull, ow, gosh, I just pull a tail, E-wrap like normal. So now that I've knitted my 1x1 rib, I'm gonna hem it. So I'm just gonna transfer our cast off. No, I'm gonna transfer our cast on row of stitches back onto the machine, and then it's called a hem. So let's do that. So we have now knitted our 1x1 rib like that, and done a hem, so it would look more like this one, yeah, because on the machine it's all stretched out, so you can like see all the ladders from the needle that didn't knit. But when it's like casted off and off the machine, it will look more like that. But for now, that is it, and we will continue with the jumper. So I'm gonna now start the striped. So I'm gonna knit with the orange. So I'm gonna get my orange, and I'm just gonna change the color without having to cut it. I mean, if you download one of our patterns, you will learn how to change the color without having to cut it. It's a plug. It's a cell plug. So I'm just gonna do our pattern and see how it comes out. Hopefully by the end of this video it will be finished. Right now I'm knitting the back, so this is the back piece. I don't actually save, but if not, then I'll catch you in the next Knitting Diaries, and hopefully you will see the outcome of this jumper of ours. So enjoy me knitting. So I'm gonna stop the video there because I think today was like more of a talking diaries than a knitting, but we did get some knitting done, and I hope me hemming kind of taught you something, or the 1x1 rib from the clip kind of showed that that's not how it's always gonna look. If I just turn it around, and you see here, this is how obviously it will look when it's all like off the machine and it's not stretched out, so it won't look weird. So that's like a 1x1 rib effect. You just kind of like give it a stretch, and yeah, but that's me, and I'm gonna close it off here, and hopefully in the next Knitting Diaries at least the back should be finished by then, so hopefully we can kind of see how that looks. But this one's not gonna be as quick as the skirt. The skirt was literally the front, the back, and waistband. Like, this one is the back, front, 2 sleeves, and then the hood. And because it's a complete new pattern, I now need to I'm teaching myself how to do it. So every time I do a new pattern, it takes longer than what like a normal pattern I know how to knit would take, where a new pattern can take maybe even up to a week, where a pattern that's solid and cast on, everything is solid, we know what we're doing, can take like 3 days, because we know where to knit, we know how much rows we want to knit, we know how much we want to cast on, we know all the basics. So this jumper, please forgive me if you will get another knitting video by like next week. But I would definitely try to just document everything as I go. I know next week's gonna be sunny, so my camera will be out because the studio will be bright in a way. But if you made it this far, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for just listening to my blabber, my little nuggets of the machine, and just maybe business and everything. But thank you for making it this far. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for watching what I did, and I will catch you in the next one, where hopefully at least the back is done, at least the back, and hopefully the front. I don't know, but at least those are done, and it will just be the sleeve and the hood. So I might even do the hood actually when I do the back and the front, because the sleeve doesn't really matter. So I might actually do the back, front, then the hood, so we kind of get a gist of how everything's going. But yeah, thank you, bye. I don't know, I spoke a lot today and I'm still speaking. See you.